Pennsylvania, are you ready? New Jersey, are you ready? Delaware, are you ready? The Philadelphia area, are you ready? The Lehigh Valley, are you ready? We are back at Philly Chevy Giant, the largest dealership in the city of Philadelphia. It's Gordon Chevrolet on the Boulevard in Bustleton. Where at, Steve?
In the far northeast.
In the greater northeast, ladies and gentlemen. That's Steve Silverio. I'm Greg Hennis. And Steve, it is the month of February, and it's time to start the party. So before we begin, let's ring the gong and get it on. So Steve, January, even with a blizzard, could not slow you down here at Gordon Chevrolet. It was a big month. It was a record-setting month. Am I correct?
You're absolutely right, Greg. We had a record month in January.
And a record snow.
And a record snow at Gordon Chevrolet.
And you still did the deal.
We still just did the deal, Philadelphia.
All right, so the question is, this is the month of February. This is the fun time of the year. This is a time of the year where a lot of great things are happening for a lot of great people. Number one, it's tax time. It's a lot of holidays. It's a fun time of the year. February is a fun month for a lot of people, correct?
You're exactly right. We got President's Day sale going on this month. This is across the country. We got rebates this month with the manufacturer higher than ever. We got a guaranteed financing program. We've got buyers that want looking for used cars starting off the spring market. Now they're trying to buy cars higher than they've ever bought them before, which means to you, the public, that we can give you as much as we have to give to get you out of that. We like to refer to it here at Gordon Chevrolet Trade Amnesty.
What about credit amnesty? Do you have that?
We also have 2 banks that guarantee financing.
Wow.
For folks.
Now, the question is, it is a new month, which means, yes, there are national programs, but knowing you as long as I've known you, you always like to do things a little different. So the people watching out there in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, the Lehigh Valley want to know what is going on right now through the close of business Saturday, right here at Philly Chevy Giant, Gordon Chevrolet on the Boulevard here in the Great Northeast.
Well, I just touched on the trade amnesty. I just touched on the credit amnesty. I touched on the rebates and cash up to $10,000 off. A lot of new cars here. I also want to touch on, we're going to continue the 12-month no payments till next year, which would put you somewhere around March 2017. No payments, but also.
So you're making the payments for an entire year through March of 2017. That's where we're starting.
We're going to continue that program. It's been very successful. People love it. They've got 12 months to make their next payment, which gives them a little bit of breathing room through the whole year.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got one other caveat for this whole thing. People have come in and said, well, listen, if I'm paying cash for the car, I don't need the 12 months. What do you have for me? Well, here's what we're going to do for those folks. We're going to do on every new car, Corvettes included.
Whoa.
Corvettes
you
included.
Sure?
Yes. 1 penny over invoice.
Whoa. What, your invoice, or is it the factory invoice?
It's the factory invoice.
The factory invoice?
Factory invoice is called line 310.
No, wait.
Cameron's here for a second. This is ridiculous. Steve, I hear you talking about 12 payments, no payments for a year. I hear you talking about trade amnesty. And now I hear we're talking about 1 penny over invoice. You realize that we are a business. I mean, at the end of the month, I'm going to have no lights in here. I'm going to have no staff. I mean, we 1 penny over invoice, we might as well be giving cars away. What are we doing?
Let me explain how we're going to do this. We got an objective program this month. Obviously, a dealer can't live on 1 penny over invoice. We all know that. You got to pay for everything. We understand that. We got 52,000 square feet of building space on 6.5 acres. And
a lot of lights.
A lot of lights in central Philadelphia here. But what I will tell you, if we hit our objective this month, Kevin, the manufacturer will make the difference up for the profit that we should have made per car back to us, as long as we sell 125 new Chevys within the month of February right here.
So I got to move 120 new Chevys, or my kids are eating
125, Kev.
125?
125 new Chevys, or my kids are eating hot dogs for the rest of the month, right?
And beans. You can put beans in there, Kev. Hot dogs and beans.
Might be able to afford it. Okay, so we're running no payments for a year. We're running trade amnesty, so we're paying off people's trades no matter what they owe. And we're running 1 penny over invoice for people that want to come in, pay cash, any of those sorts.
Including the Corvette, because nobody does that. You're doing it.
The Z06. You're talking about the Z06.
Yeah. We're talking about the Z06. We're talking about the 2LT. We're talking about the 1LT. We're talking about all Corvette convertibles, coupes, Z06s, everything.
Can you say nothing held back?
Nothing held back on a new car.
So super rare exotic car, $88,000 sticker. Somebody comes in and says, show me the invoice. We're going to say, just do the deal.
Just do the deal, 1 penny over.
Now, there is one more caveat here. I want to, you're always thinking about, being conservative.
I am.
Steve, it is no secret that right now General Motors has been extremely aggressive with factory rebates, correct?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, so let me lay it out for you like this. I want to take advantage of the invoice price.
Yes.
You're going to charge me 1 cent, 1 penny, however you want to say it, over that invoice, correct?
You're exactly right. And
All right.
show you the invoice.
And show it to me, so I'm going to see it.
Yeah, you're going to see it.
Now, what about the rebate? Say there's a $5,000 rebate or 35, whatever the case may be. That rebate, is that in addition? Is that coming off of that invoice, or how's that working? Kevin, did you think about this?
I'm starting to now, Greg. Thanks a lot.
Well, at most stores, you would probably say 1 penny over invoice, all rebates are assigned to dealer.
Well, that's not fair.
That's not fair at all. We're going to do 1 penny over invoice and the rebates assigned to the consumer. So let's say that in my invoice on one of these cars are $20,000 and we have a $5,000 rebate. You pay $15,000
Plus 1 penny.
plus 1 penny. I need the penny.
Keep the lights on.
Got to keep the lights on. I need the 1 cent.
So this is a race. Basically, me and the boys here are in a race to the end of the month, 125 new cars, or like I said, we don't eat. So we have to get this done. This is a do or die kind of scenario you're putting out there for the city.
Well, here's the attitude you got to have. If you got to do 125 new units, you've got to overappraise cars. You've got to get people financed. And I would say to you, to hit them 125 new cars, just do the deal, Kev.
Say it again.
Just do the deal, Kev.
So, ladies and gentlemen, think about this. Now, Kevin, listen closely. I know you're going to be real squeamish after this one.
Sure am.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. Now, through the close of business Saturday, yes, they're going to make your payment for an entire year, which puts you through March of 2017. So the rest of this year, beginning of next year, through the holidays, all that, March of 2017 is when you're worried about your first payment, because they're making your payments for an entire year. Now, for those of you that are into buying a car and just doing a cash deal, here at Philly Chevy Giant, Steve is going to show you the invoice, and you are going to pay 1 cent over, Kevin, 1 cent over the dealer invoice from the factory. 1 cent over. Now, if there's a rebate, that rebate is going to come off of that invoice, correct, Steve?
Absolutely.
In addition to that, trade amnesty. What does trade amnesty mean, Kevin, as you're really squeaming?
Trade amnesty means we're going to pay off your trade no matter what you owe. So it's just another thing that we got to get handled. Again, it's always a fantastic thing for the customers. And with it being the dead of winter, I mean, we definitely need to be doing something like this. But, you know how I feel about these kind of things.
Now, in addition to that, Steve mentioned 2 banks. Credit amnesty. They have programs that are real aggressive. Past repos, divorces, bankruptcies. They handle those things and they get them done. That's amazing, but they get them done.
We got 2 banks that'll get it done. And they're trying out. One bank is just trying out the Philadelphia market. They want to break in. They're in the southern part of the United States. They want to break in, and they've elected us to give it a whirl.
Philly Chevy Giant.
Philly Chevy Giant. Just get the job done, they said.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now through the close of business Saturday, it is an unprecedented event. It's going on right here at Philly's Chevy Giant. It's Gordon Chevrolet. And when it's all said and done, whether you take advantage of any of those programs, you're going to love it, because Steve is going to look you in the eye and say,
just do the deal, Philadelphia.
what about the folks in New Jersey? Say it for them.
Just do the deal, New Jersey.
What about Delaware?
Delaware, come on in and just do the deal.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, 1 cent over the factory invoice, including Corvettes.
Including Corvettes.
No matter what, they all qualify 1 penny over the invoice. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, all the other things are going on right here. Come on in. They've got a program that's going to work for you right here at Philly Chevy Giant. But remember, it's through the close of business Saturday. You're going to be open extended hours. You're going to have a lot of extra people on staff to make this happen. And the banks are going to be working real hard to put these deals together, Steve, with trade amnesty, with credit amnesty, with the payments for an entire year. That in itself is a superstar.
I've got buyers set up on the trade amnesty. I'm very excited about this month. We got buyers set up, 3 buyers across the country that we're going to be online with them, and they're going to be buying these trades at money that I've I've never even heard of. We went through some scenarios, and they said this is what the car is worth. Normally, the car that's worth $10,000 in the Philadelphia market, they're giving me $15,000, $16,000 more than what we can get in the Philly market because they're looking for these cars in different parts of the country. It's absolutely, I've never seen nothing like it before.
Let me tell you what, Greg, like he said, it's a race, and I see guys backing up behind me with deals here, so I better get a jump start on things.
All right, well, so do one thing for us real quick. Since we're ready and you're into it, ring that gong and let's get it on.
Do it.
Baby.
Now through the close of business Saturday, Steve, you are going to really be working your tail off. No payment for an entire year. They're going to make your payment for an entire year through March of 2017. That in itself is absolutely huge. In addition to that, for those of you that are cash buyers, don't forget, Steve, you have a tremendous, tremendous selection of brand new Chevrolets, and 1 cent over the factory invoice, that's a lot of savings on a lot of cars. And the person keeps the rebates.
If 1 cent over invoice doesn't get you off the couch to come in and buy a new Chevrolet, nothing will.
How many brand new Chevrolet cars and trucks?
Help me out here. Can you help me again?
What do you got?
I have nice folks here. They have some credit issues. We have a discharge bankruptcy. Dealers want to put them in a car. They want to put them in a car. What they really need is they need a pre-owned, something like a Traverse. The only money down they have is a trade. It's an older trade. I need you to give me all the money for the trade.
What did they look at the trade for? What is it that they looked at the trade?
About $1,000. I need like, it's an '02 Sebring with a little bit of miles on it, like 120,000 miles.
20,000. But if it's the car that I've seen, I was out there, I walked by, the car's been kept up pretty well.
One
The car
owner.
runs real well.
They bought the vehicle.
All right.
now?
I put the car in before I came on to do this spot right here. I put the car in. The buyers from across the country, you know what they came back to me with? They'll buy that car for?
How much?
$4,400.
That's great, Steve, but I need a little bit more. Could you go to say 5,000?
You need 5,000?
5,000.
Take 600 off the deal. Put the 44 in the car. Get the deal done. 5,000 minus the trade plus a little bit more of a discount, and let's just do the deal.
Do the deal.
Come ring that gong. Ladies and gentlemen, not only are they doing the deal, Steve's going to look you in the eye and say,
Just do the deal.
well, when it's all said and done, you're going to come up to the gong and you're going to ring it because you're going to love it. Trade amnesty, credit amnesty, and they're making your payment for an entire year until March of 2017. And don't forget, cash buyers and people that don't want payments, don't forget to ask about 1 penny over. 1 penny over the factory invoice. In addition to that, you keep the rebate. Steve, those things are never combined, keeping the rebates and the 1 penny over the invoice. But here at Gordon Chevrolet, Philly's Chevy Giant, they are combined.
The 1 penny over invoice
And keeping the rebates to the customer.
and keeping the rebates to the customer.
That never happens.
Never happens.
And you never hear Corvette in the sentence anywhere else, but you're going to hear it here.
No, you never hear Corvettes, but hey, any car that's on this lot, and we've got 400 cars on this lot, 300 of them, 280 is new. Let's just sell them.
So look at the camera, and what do you want to say, Steve, to those folks that are ready to come in?
Come on in, folks, and well, guess what? We're just going to do the deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's going on through the close of business Saturday right here at Philly's Chevy Giant.
I have customers that are looking at a brand new Traverse. They love the vehicle. Only problem is they can't afford the payments right now. They're wondering if we could just do their payments for 1 year.
Absolutely. That's the sale we're running. We're running the 1 year. And that'll put them through till when? March
Yes.
2017? Yes. Just go ahead. Mary, that's fine. Yes, just do the deal.
Ring that gong. Ring that gong. Hit it. Ladies and gentlemen, they're ringing the gong now through the close of business Saturday. We're making your payments for an entire year. And don't forget, 1 penny over. 1 penny over. 1 penny over. It's incredible. The invoice price, it's only here at Gordon Chevrolet. Yes.
Hey, Steve, excuse me. I have customers here that are interested in purchasing a 2016 Chevy Malibu, the new body style.
The new body style Malibu.
Yes, and want to pay only 1 penny over invoice.
That's what we advertising. We're going to do 1 penny over invoice, and on a new body style, and we're going to sign any rebates if there is any on that car. They're going to get the rebates back also, so they could pay. Once we look up the rebates and what they qualify for, 1 penny over invoice minus the rebates. So technically, it could be behind dealer invoice.
It's a good thing. Ring that gong. Get that customer approved and get them done.
Just do the deal.
It's right here at Philly Chevy Giant, Gordon Chevrolet on the boulevard right here in the great Northeast.
Sorry. I got our first Z06 customer of the year. He's coming in saying that we're advertising 1 penny over invoice.
Yes.
So what you're telling me is you yelled at me to get the car in here, $88,000, and you're only going to sell this thing for a penny over invoice?
Penny over invoice.
Steve, you understand this is an almost $100,000 exotic sports car. They're not easy to get. We have to wait forever when we order these things. It's 88 grand. We're going to sell this car for a penny over invoice.
Here's what you've got to realize. This customer here is from Philadelphia.
Yes, they are.
They previously bought a car here. They're going to be doing all their servicing here. And to me, to exclude anything out of a sale, the way I look at everything, let's just do the deal on the Z06 for 1 penny over invoice. Congratulations.
That is a deal. You better ring that gong twice. Hit that gong twice. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a double gong. That is a double gong.
That's a double gong.
Ladies and gentlemen, it ends at the close of business Saturday. They're making your payment for an entire year. Don't forget, also, another great opportunity if you were not a payment buyer, but you were an invoice buyer. You're going to pay 1 penny over the invoice, and the rebates are going back to you. You get it all right here, Philly Chevy Giant on the Boulevard. Where at, Steve? In what's the Great Northeast?
The Greater Northeast, Northeast Philadelphia.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's right here at Gordon Chevrolet.
Hey, how you doing? Steve, I need your help, man. I got this guy. He's $4,000. He's out of equity on his car. Are we going to be able to help him to step up to do this deal?
Willie, he's only $4,000 out of equity?
$4,000 out of equity, yes, sir.
What kind of cars do you have?
He's in a Malibu.
Well, it's our product. I don't think we have to call a buyer for $4,000 out of equity. Now, if he was $12,000 out of equity, $14,000 out of equity, we'd probably have to call some of the buyers that we're hooked up with, but $4,000 out of equity, you know what I would tell you to do, Willie?
What's that, sir?
Just do the deal!
And ring that gong, ring that gong. Hit it. Hey, and when it's all said and done, Steve's going to say,
just do the deal!
we'll see you here at Philly Chevy Giant, Gordon Chevrolet on the Boulevard in the Great Northeast.
You pay 1 penny over invoice.
We make your payments for an entire year.
Credit and trade amnesty.
Right here at Gordon Chevrolet, where we just do the deal.
Just do the deal!
Here at Philly Chevy Giant through the close of business Saturday, no matter what language you speak, they make it real easy for you to say, just do the deal. And they're going to make it happen whether you speak English or Spanish. And speaking of Spanish, here is Alex. He speaks Spanish. He's a manager here at Gordon Chevrolet. And I know you want to take a couple of minutes, Alex, to speak to the folks at home.
That's correct. ¿Cómo estamos? Mi gente, estamos aquí en Gordon Chevrolet. Tenemos diferentes programas. Tenemos, no pagas el pagaré por un año. Aquí en Gordon Chevrolet, si tú escoges un auto nuevo o usado, le vamos a pagar el auto por un año. Por un año. Tenemos programas sin dinero en efectivo. Tenemos programas con gente que tiene crédito malo. También si quieren un auto nuevo aquí en Gordon Chevrolet por la primera vez, estamos haciendo 1 centavo más que lo que pagamos por el auto. Si el auto que tú escojas, no importa, vamos a vender el auto nuevo por 1 penny sobre lo que nosotros pagamos. Aquí en Gordon Chevrolet tenemos diferentes programas. Si están en Social Security, lo vamos a ayudar. Si están en bancarrota, lo vamos a ayudar. Si lo que tienen es Social Security Income, foster care, lo vamos a ayudar. Aquí escoge el auto nuevo o usado y le vamos a pagar el auto por un año. Eso es correcto, por un año. No tienen que pagar un pagarés por un año. Aquí no importa el crédito, no importa si un auto nuevo o un auto usado. Aquí lo que vamos a hacer es hacer el trato.
It's my first day on the job, and there's one thing that I've learned, that Steve says, just do the deal.
Just do the deal!
Ladies and gentlemen, now through the close of business Saturday, right here at Philly Chevy Giant, to put all kidding aside, they need your help. Let me say that again. They need your help. And why do they need your help? Because Steve has set the bar really high. 125 brand new Chevrolets have to be sold to make it all happen. And Steve, how in the world are you going to sell 125 brand new Chevrolets here at Philly Chevy Giant? How are you going to do it and say, just do the deal?
Here's how we're going to do it for February at Gordon Chevrolet. First of all, we're going to have no payments till March of 2017. Ooh. That alone should get 125 Chevys.
That's a payment for an entire year.
That's a payment for an entire year. But we're also also going to do trade amnesty, which means that you could owe $15,000, $18,000, $20,000 on your car. You get appraisals around town for $8,000, $9,000. We're going to put that extra money on the car to get you out of that old loan and get you into a brand new loan. And people say, well, how the heck are you going to do that when every other dealer around town can only give me 8? I've got buyers set up across the country, mostly in the southeast part of the country, that I can email the car to them. And like the other day, I don't know how he did it. I put $11,300 on the car. He came back with an appraisal for $17,400.
I'm sorry, I know you're shooting the commercial, but I need this deal done, and I have the bank on the phone. They need to speak to you.
Hold on. Let me see the deal. Yeah, we got to get this deal done.
Yes.
Chris, how you doing? I need your help. I've got this deal going on right now.
Does this really happen all the time?
Yes, all the time. We always need Steve to speak to the banks.
Okay, well, let's do it.
Who was your largest dealer last month of giving you contracts? Gordon Chevrolet. So I need your help on this one. These folks are nice folks. I put the extra money on the trade for what you email back to get them out of their car. So I need your help on this. Yes, I need about $3,200 more on this loan to get them into that new car. And I need the payment to be no more than $425. That rate's too high. That rate's too high. That rate will put them way over $425. I'll take a 5.25 rate. Yes, I will. Everybody else is giving me 14, 15%. I'll take that. Okay. Hey, listen, Chris. Just do the deal, Chris. All right. Deal's done. He said
Ring that gong for your customer. Ring that gong for your customer. Ring it. Ring it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what it's all about here at Gordon Chevrolet. Now, so far you mentioned we'll make your payment for an entire year through March of 2017 as one of the ways you're going to make it happen. Trade amnesty. What else is on the table to help you make that incredible goal?
We've also got 2 banks that just came to town for February that want to open up the spring market in Philadelphia, and we're going to be the test ground for these 2 new banks. These 2 new banks say they have guaranteed financing. Ooh. And I've seen a couple cases already. We couldn't get the deal done anywhere else, and next thing you know, they were approved. So we've got guaranteed financing.
And credit amnesty.
And credit amnesty.
So that's 3 things. What's the 4th thing, Steve? I know there's been something about an invoice and a penny. Well, that doesn't seem like it should go together.
Here's what else we got, which I think is going to give us the 125 new Chevys that we need. We're going to present the invoice.
Hold on 1 second. Let's hear it.
Yeah. We're going to present the invoice on every new car.
Ooh.
It's going to be 1 penny added to the invoice, which is line 310 on the invoice. And we're going to show you the invoice, minus all rebates and incentives. For instance, $20,000 car, $5,000 rebate, you pay $15,000.
And a penny.
And a penny.
Wow. All right, now, come on.
Steve, I have a customer at my desk. He wants his 16 Spark, and he's real willing to pay cash. This is a cash deal. So we need to sell 124 cars. All he wants is to purchase the car at invoice, and he wants a rear backup camera.
All right, so we're going to do line 310, invoice, plus a penny, minus the incentives on the Spark, and we're going to throw in a backup camera, which is about $700.
All right.
What I tell you to do? Just do the deal.
Ring that gong. Ring that gong.
Just do the deal.
Say it again for the folks in the Lehigh Valley.
Do the deal. Philadelphia.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's going on through the close of business Saturday. Yes, Byron.
Hey, how's it going, Steve? I got a customer, internet lead down in Delaware. He wants to come up, get the vehicle, but he wants it for a penny over invoice. I told him he's watching the commercial, and he said he wants to take advantage of it. So,
a penny over, no problem, minus all the incentives.
All the incentives. Mm-hmm.
So he's been on our website, ChevyOnTheBLVD.com.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Good. Send him back an email, let him know he can buy it for a penny over invoice, but let him know it ends Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Ends Saturday night. He's got to be here by Saturday night.
All right. Deal's done.
Just do the deal, Brian.
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear this? This is what it takes to sell 125 brand new Chevrolet cars and trucks through the close of business Saturday. How are they going to make those objectives simple? Number 1, 1 penny over line 310, right, of the factory invoice. 1 penny over. Plus, if there's a rebate, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, guess what? The dealer don't keep the rebate here at Gordon Chevrolet. You keep the rebate, so it comes off that number. So if it's a $20,000 car, it's a $5,000 rebate. Yes, $15,000 is what you pay plus the 1 penny. That's one of the great things going on. Number 2, going on also, they will make your payment for an entire year, which leads you to March of 2017. So if you're a payment buyer, that program is great for you. If you're a cash buyer, the invoice program is great for you. In addition to that, trade amnesty, Steve, which means you're going to pay off their trade and get them out of it if they're upside down, flipped over, whatever the case may be. In addition to that, credit amnesty, where there are some really great programs out there regardless of credit.
Excuse me. Hey, Steve, we have a lady. Her name is Ms. Johnson. She's struggling with her bills, but she really, really needs a car. She's interested about her payments being paid for a year. Can we do that?
She only wants her payments. Does she have a trade?
Yes.
How much is she owing that trade?
Only $1,000.
She only owes $1,000.
Oh.
That was an easy one. All right. So we're going to pay off her trade, and we're going to extend her payments out for 12 months.
Excellent. Excellent. She's going to be very happy.
If I remember right, this is the second car she bought from us.
Correct.
You know something? Yeah. Just do the deal.
Do the deal.
Ring that gong. Ring that gong. Come over here and hit that gong. Hit that gong. And going on right now through the close of business Saturday, Steve, lay it on the line one more time, all the goodies that are going on.
No payments for 12 months.
March of 2017 is when you're worried about the first one. That's number 1.
Trade amnesty.
Which means?
We're going to pay off your trade no matter what you owe.
So if you're upside down, flipped over, you're going to get them right side up and get that trade paid off.
No matter what.
Number 3, rather.
Number 3, credit amnesty.
And number 4?
1 penny over line 310 of the factory invoice.
1 penny?
1 penny over minus all rebates. And people are saying, how is somebody going to do 1 penny over? Let me just clarify why. Because it's important that people know why. If we sell 125 cars, we have a factory incentive program that if the dealer hits X amount of cars, this is where you get your best deal. On an objective program we have this month, we make our money back if we hit that 125 cars. Benefit to you, you buy a car as inexpensive as you've ever bought it, and we sell more cars than we've ever sold. So it's a win-win for both of us, and it's at the factory's expense, not yours or mine.
That's why we keep saying 125 cars. Now they understand.
Now they understand why it's 125 cars.
So,
Steve, I just got to ask real quick, because we're taking a beating on the prices on these cars with the 1 penny over invoice. 125, can we call General Motors?
Corvettes.
I know that includes Corvettes, it includes Camaros, it includes all the expensive trucks, it includes everything on the lot. Is there anything we can do about maybe calling General Motors, getting that lowered at all? I'm taking a beating on these prices. If we don't hit this goal, I don't know what we're going to do.
Well, here's what I would say to you. With trade amnesty, no payments for 12 months, credit amnesty, if we can't hit 125, nobody can. I would say we're going to hit the 125. I'd be very, very surprised if we didn't do 150.
Now, you know what's going to make you feel better, Kevin?
What's that?
Look at the camera and say, just do the deal. That'll make you feel better.
All right, Philadelphia, just do the deal.
I think we've got him coming around.
I think we got him coming around after all these months now.
It's tough.
It took a while.
It took a while. Credit amnesty, trade amnesty will make your payment not for a month or 2 months or 3 months, but an entire year until March of 2017. And the part that Kevin really likes and he gets really squeamish about is the fact, ladies and gentlemen, that it's 1 penny over line 310 of the factory invoice is what you'll pay. Plus, if there's a factory rebate or incentive, guess who keeps it? You do. But remember, there's no exclusions on any of the models. They all qualify. Brand new Chevys, 1 penny, line 310 over the factory invoice. That's what you find at line 310 of the factory invoice. 1 penny over, plus you keep the rebate. But remember, how are they going to do it? They're going to look at you, and at the end of the day, Steve's going to get involved, and he's going to say to you,
just do the deal.
And ladies and gentlemen, he's going to say it a lot. You better say it again, Steve.
Just do the deal, Philadelphia.
Ladies and gentlemen, it goes on through the close of business Saturday. It's right here at Philly Chevy Giant on the Boulevard in the Great Northeast. That is Steve Silverio. That is Kevin. My name is Greg Hennis, and remember, when it's all said and done, Steve's going to look at you and say,
just do the deal, Philadelphia.
And remember, it ends Saturday at the close of business right here at Gordon Chevrolet on the Boulevard in the Great Northeast. Remember, just do the deal. Steve, take us home and ring the gong.
And just do the deal, Philadelphia.